Dear my heart, it's called creativity. You see, when I was a kid, you see that? That's me as a kid. Yep, Dennis the Menace shirt. That was me. But when I was a kid, also, most adults I knew just really weren't very much fun. They had absolutely no creativity. So when I was about your age, I remember praying to God, dear God, please don't let me lose my imagination or my ability to be creative. And you know what? God has answered that prayer all these years later. I still have creativity and an imagination, which I'm hoping you're enjoying. This whole month, we're going to be studying about creativity. Creativity is imagining what you could do because you are made in God's image. Think about that. You're made in God's image. And we all know that God's creativity is absolutely boundless. I'm going to ask you a few questions. See if you know much about this great big world that God made just for us. And what is the smallest ocean? The Indian Ocean, the Southern Ocean, or the Arctic Ocean? Yes, it's the Arctic Ocean at the top of the world. How about the deepest cave in the world, the Veryankavina Cave? It's over 7,000 feet deep. Is it in Abakazina, Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, or Baku, Abujan? It is definitely in the country of Georgia in a town that I can't pronounce. What is the lowest place in the United States? Miami, Florida, Death Valley, California, or New Orleans, Louisiana? Definitely Death Valley, California. And what is the highest point in the United States? Denali, Kilimanjaro, or Pikes Peak? Definitely Denali in Alaska, and it is beautiful. There's no limit to God's creativity. God created the world and everything in it. So let's take a look. God created the heavens and the earth. But we're getting a little ahead of ourselves because in the very beginning, God said, "Let there be light." And there was light. And God saw that the light was good. And he separated the light from darkness. And God called the light day, and he called darkness night. And there was evening, and there was morning. And it was one day. Then God said, "Let there be a huge space between the waters, and let the water separate from water." And that's exactly what happened. The water separated from the sky. And after he separated the sea, he made dry land. But he didn't just make dry land. He made lands that had all kinds of plants and trees. And then God made the sun and the moon. And then he made the stars. And then he aligned them in patterns, and they were made constellations. And that was the end of day 4. On day 5, God said, "Let the seas be filled with all kinds of living things, and let the birds fly in the sky, huge ones, little ones, kind of strange ones, but all kinds of birds, and beautiful ones." And it was good. God made every wild animal and every kind of livestock. He made every kind of creature that moves along the earth, and it is good. But on day 6, God saved the very best for last. Because on day 6, God made mankind. And he didn't make us like the animals. He made us in his own image. That means we have part of him inside of us. Now, we may not understand his massive abilities of creativity. And if you look at some of the animals that we had shown today, you know God is very creative and has a very vivid imagination. But we also know that he made us in his image. So this week, I want you to look around at nature. I want you to see how totally diverse it is. You have everything from little worms to bugs to the water moccasins that was outside my door the other day, to deer and moose and blue whales and everything in the sea. God made everything. And just take a look around and just see how great God He is. Because we know that no matter what, we can trust God. Have a good week.